Hello and welcome to Holdredge's Crusade. Today we are in Terror of Luckland in the Maiden's Eye, and we are going to be doing the quest Gone and Can't Be Forgotten. It starts right here in Maiden's Eye from Torgoth, Rulior, Thox. Alright, I'm terrible at names, so it's going to be bad. So let's go ahead and break Invis because he does not see Invis. Hail him. You've done some great work for the refugee camp to the east. Perhaps you will be able to help me get a further understanding of what's going on within the outpost. Understanding? It is no surprise that the Akevian in this valley have been experimenting again with vampire blood. While Luckland already works in the shadows and sees everything that happens in the darkness, the Akevian have taken it upon themselves to help her by using foul, twisted forms of divination that require a sacrifice. Indeed. Or what kind of sacrifice is what I was given. Indeed, I was able to track down the how, but not the why. The form of divination they started using involves mixing Akevian blood with vampire blood and bringing it to the scrying pool in the northeast side of the outpost. Are you willing to gather these reagents? Let's see here. There's a gnome I've met whose experiment on reagents we could maybe speak to. No, we cannot get more people involved in this. If this is Luckland's will, then we would only be dooming others unnecessarily. You have already proven yourself not only capable but trustworthy of this task. What we need now is to ruin their ritual. Luckily, the Akevian here believe those who are not tied to their cause are less intelligent. Their hubris will be their undoing. I need you to collect a vial of Shadow Wolf blood, some Akevian blood from those performing the rituals, and finally some blood of a vampire in this valley. Since none are willing to give up their blood at mere asking, you will have to get aggressive for this part. Return the blood to me when you're ready to move forward. Alright, so we need to go get wolf blood, vampire blood, and Akevian blood. If we look at the map here, vampires spawn right about here. I think maybe that's mostly bats, but vampires here, shadow wolves here, and Akevians there. So that's what we're going to be doing. Just make sure everybody's got the quest, and let's go kill some vampires. Now, theoretically, when we kill one vampire, we should get 6 bloods. Theoretically. If not, this might take a while. But let's see here. We can just spy a guy that's just like all by himself, ready for the taking. Oh, here we go. Right here is a shadow wolf. Just gonna kill him right here. Con him. He's a normal mob, so some of these are relatively weak, some are not. Keep that in mind with your adventures here. There we go. Just make sure I got everybody going here. Mod rod is not the correct mod rod. Don't have a mod rod. Alright. What is your mod rod? We have a ton of mod rods, but not the right one. There we go, 4%. And there we go. So we got all the blood in a single action. So Voxel, Stasi, Soldatna, Ilv, Kedka, and Holdredge. There we go. Everybody has Shadow Wolf blood now. Let's re-invis. Now, right over here is the vampires. Now, sometimes you can get one like solo, right? Like, I think that one right there might come solo. But this one right here is what we want. A broken vampire. She's just sitting over here doing her own thing. Duff. What the hell was that? What the hell? Alright. Can we zoom out a little bit? Yeah. I wish I could zoom out another few feet. I think that would make this game a little bit more enjoyable for third-person play. I like the I think it's World of Warcraft has the really far zoom on the camera. I really like that. There we go. My stuns just lock these things down. It's hilarious. Done. Oh, we only got 3. That is unfortunate. Alright, so Voxel, Stasi, Soldatna. Alright, we need another vampire. I'm gonna sit you guys right here so I don't... Like, sometimes they just, like, auto-follow into, like, everywhere. It's kind of annoying. Alright, we got us a beaten vampire. I mean, the models on these vampires are actually kind of cool looking. If we, like, look at them real close, right? Like, they're so much better than the, like, if you go to Mistmore, where the other vampires are. So much better. Go. Let's get a little few Dadias on here. Let's get this guy going down a little bit quicker. Yeah, you're not gonna hold off taunt on me much longer, pet. I've stopped giving him taunting weapons now, so I just have pet taunt on for both pets just to kind of alleviate some of the damage that can come out. But at this point, not a whole lot. Are these lore? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Can't mess this up then. Kedka and Holdredge. All right. Everybody has the vampire blood now. And we just need an Akivian. So, conveniently, the Akivians are right here. So, we just need to go up here, around the little corner here. And, get one of them. Let's go, like, right here. Theoretically. Theoretically, this one right here will come solo. Perfect. And let's get him taken care of. And some dots. I love the combination dots on the Shaman. Really puts out a little bit extra DPS for them. Go. Looking good. Right, this guy is almost gone. Alright, we did not get all of them. Voxel, Stasi, Soldatna, Nilv, and Genka. One short. What is that? That's a kick in the dick. Oh, hey. Looks like you wanted to play. Conveniently for me. Come on, I need a slow. This one's blue. Like, they're yellow, between yellow and blue, so they're not terribly difficult, right? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn off pet taunt on both these. I wanna see how this goes. There we go. Because I have so much healing output right now that it shouldn't matter. Like, there's some mobs where I just have to tank no matter what. If I'm in melee range. Go. No blood for him. Alright, let's get this slave out of the way. Yeah. Just gonna have to kill a few of them, I guess. It's weird how, like, you get them all sometimes, and sometimes you don't. Now, realistically, what I should have done is left them all on the corpse until I was ready to loot 6 of them. That would have been the smart play. But here we are. Go. And I did upgrade my shield at some point, so I have the Velium threaded tower shield. Now this is the tier 3 COV shield. So we had killed Zelandikar a few times, and I got some ore, which has helped out in certain slots, right? If we look at some of this here, like I'm still wearing the hero charm, so that hasn't been upgraded, but a few items here and there are still terrible. Oh, we're getting better every time I play. And then I've it's not on him, but on Holdredge. So Blarp from the guild I'm in gave me a bunch of armor, and he gave me the tier 1 weapons for Lorian's Song for just about everybody, plus a full set of armor on everybody. So at 120 we'll be kind of level set with full tier 1 gear in most slots, and we'll see how that goes. But let's just look at this weapon, right? This is the tier 1. This is the tier 1 Paladin Shadow Knight one-hander, or no, this is a two-hander. 32 ratio, right? Look at this thing. This is insane. Now compare that to... Do I still even have it on me? I haven't used it for so long. Where is it? There it is. The Blood Soak. This is the chase item from Terra Luckland and Night of Shadows. It is a 23 ratio for that. So that is insane difference there. All right, this goes to Holdredge. So the weapons in Lorian's Song are just so much better. All right, now we need to return all this stuff to our friend over there. So let's invis up. All right, we're back here at Torga. Let's go ahead and give the 3 bloods. Come on. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. We get a new bottle of the mixture called the Tainted Reagent. And we need to bring it back to the table. So the table is located inside this building, inside the outpost on the bottom floor. So what we're going to do is up, sit you back down, and we're just going to run Holdredge by himself. And this will make sense here in a second, because it's not a boxing friendly location, right? And you just have to run over the thing to trigger the next stage. So running them all here just leads to the chance that I'm gonna die because someone will break Invis. So we just check down here. There is a name that can spawn down here. Whatever his name's right there. These guys are the placeholders. So he's not up. He will see Invis. So you got to keep that in mind. There you go. See here. Familiar presence appears before you as you're filled. Hold on, I'll read it in a second. I'm going to say visions, chanting. All right, we'll read that once we get out of here. And we need to return back. So we go over to the mage. And just call a hero him out of there. And invis. All right, so back here on Holdredge we can go. So A familiar presence appears before you, and you're filled with a feeling that this would indicate that you've met this being before. Whoever or whatever it is points at you as visions overtake your mind. Several images overlap on top of each other, making it difficult to understand what is being shown. The images of a great temple being destroyed by a storm flash in your mind, thousands of dying in a catastrophe that happened long ago, a raging storm crushing the denizens of the outpost. The visions shifts to the very basement you are in, many Akivian huddled together trying to survive the catastrophe. As the winds whip outside of the building, a group of 4 Akivians are chanting over the divination table that is in this basement. What are they chanting? A familiar presence shows you a vision of a group of scholars around the table. The chanting becomes deafening as you see the walls start to crumble around the survivors. For a brief moment in the chaos, you witness that the group was for a moment successful in their incantation. It appears to be a protection spell trying to buy time for the survivors, but it too ultimately failed. The last thing you see is the divination table covered in blood and gore, yet intact. It appears that the table before you at this very moment is the very same table the Akivian attempted their magic on. Return to Torgath with your findings. So something was going on here in the past, and it is not a good thing. This looks like something happened. It kind of sounds like something with the Combine Empire with the flooding and stuff, but I don't know the history of what happened on Luckland to know. All right. See, he awaits your return eagerly. What did you find? You explain the visions you saw to him. He grows more inquisitive by the moment. So they rebuilt the outpost on top of the bones of the ones who died during the storm. But what is the significance of this table? Torgath thinks for a moment and snaps his fingers and realizes what may have happened. There was so much magic that was being bombarded the moon at the time of. I bet the deaths accidentally fueled something darker without knowing it. Luckland would have seen this and passed this knowledge to others for their rituals, but why? There's the presence again. He's startled when you ask this question. A shade appears and points to the northeastern direction. Towards that direction, a large scrying pool. The shade hands Thocks a vial of liquid and whispers tainted waters as the shade dissipates, as if to use the last energy to conjure them. Torganth continues, well, I'm guessing whatever wants us to continue what they were doing. It appears that whatever or whoever that was is asking us to do something in the waters in the scrying pool. While you could do that, I'm going to try and divine who it was. All right, so bring the essence of Luckland to the scrying pool. Really? There we go. So the scrying pool is right up here. So we're going to run back up there and do that. It's just invis. I'll do everybody else after the fact. All right. So it's getting interesting. The story in this game is always fairly interesting. You just got to read the text. All right, so the scrying pool is this big thing right here. With double invis, we should be fine to get up there. This is another just proximity trigger, so we just need to walk right up here and proximity over it. And we need to return. So a familiar presence appears again after pouring the concoction in the waters. The ripples in the water show several different images happening at the same time within the ripples. One vision you think you may have seen was yourself, but from many different angles, as if many eyes have been watching you this entire time. A whisper can be heard from the back of your mind. You feel a chill across your spine as you hear the words, "Thank you," said from within your head. Wow. All right, let's go back. And we're back here at Thox. Let's go ahead and hail him. All right, we finished the quest. We got 0.75 or 0.715 for doing that. That puts us at 33%. We got 300 platinum for doing that. So it's a relatively easy quest. I believe it is repeatable every 30 minutes too. So that is nice. All right, whatever you did, it was for the better. I was able to locate the tome about what may have happened in the past. The being that presented itself to us appears to be an Akevian priestess named Akelian Ra. She was once a being of great power here, but she was destroyed and made an example of by Atenha Ra. These two beings were once one, but one was created as a reflection of the other, a shadow, if you will. This is all very fascinating, but it appears that she has been watching you for some time, probably since you first stepped foot back here. The crushing of the victim seems to have corrupted the divination table, and only recently we were able to use that tragedy for some other plot they are planning. Good work on this. I'll keep watch on this land. Should you find any other strangers that we need to consider, please return to me. Again, Venturer, thank you. All right, so there we go. We've completed the quest, gone and can't be forgotten. So, strange past here on the moon, and some things have happened. We were able to kind of do a little detective work and figure it out, but definitely fun times. So thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.